to think about that. I'm gonna have to do a little bit more research on that. Yeah, and Erin said student choice based on their own experiences and strengths. Exactly, right? That's going to give them, again, when we talk about cognitive engagement, we don't get cognitive engagement unless learners believe that the learning and the work they're doing is relevant to them and to their lives and to their future.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And by the way, I love the language. I invite you to come to me if you have another option. Because you, like you said, students, from a student's perspective, they may, oh, I don't want to hurt the teacher's feelings. I don't want, maybe the last time I said something. So, but I love that you say, I invite you. That's really good language to utilize. If there's any questions, folks, go ahead and start popping those in. I dropped the link. I'm going to pull it up again here because I want folks to get their hands on the book as well. So you can definitely grab that. So if you look at the bottom of the screen there, there is a inclusive learning 365 EdTech strategies for every day of the year. That's important. Grab that book as well. We want to support the work that Beth and her colleagues are doing. Beth, if we have some folks that want to connect with you, reach
Yeah,
out, what are the best ways?
you can find me on Twitter at PossBeth, POSSBETH. You can find me on Instagram. I finally figured out by the time I did Instagram that I could actually put my first name first and then my last name. So I'm on Instagram at Beth Poss. And you can always email me at PossBeth at gmail.com. So yeah, reach out to me. I love to connect with folks. Oh yes, the best lessons are the ones guided by the students themselves, without a doubt. And actually, like, that's one of the strategies that we have in the book, is that idea of that, whether it's, you want to call it like 10% time or 20% time, or where students are getting to pick something that they are really interested in doing, and not just what they're interested in doing, but the tools that they're interested in using to accomplish those tasks, and then reflecting back on it. Like, and the other thing is like reflecting, like, did this work for me? Like, should I keep doing this, or should I try something different? Like, did this work for me? We need to have that reflection. Yeah, and you're right, Erin. The I invite you supports that empowerment mindset, and it was actually, that was one of the, when we were writing the book, that was one of the terms that we did. So like, in all the places that we would have said, like, instead of like, have students or have learners or ask learners, we instead used the terminology invite learners. We did that very, very purposely, and we carry that over in. I carry that over, and my co-authors carry that over in the work that we do as presenters to adult learners. So it's the kind of thing, like, we will put on a slide, like, we invite you to respond in the chat, or we invite you to open this Jamboard. So it's not like you have to do it, but we invite you to, right? We it's not like, go ahead and post that in the chat. We really try to be very purposeful with the language that we use. And I find it's really changed. Again, I think there's a connection to the language that we use and the way that we think. Because when I think about that language, it really makes me stop and think sometimes, like, is what I'm saying really what's I mean? Is that what's in my heart, or am I thinking about something else? Do I
Yes.
want to, is this conveying what I really mean, what's in my heart and what's in my head?